Hello, and thanks for stopping by the Sister Cousins Lifestyle channel. My name is Sandy, and in today's video, I'm going to be refreshing my living room for the winter season, winter 2026. Man, I tell you, this has been quite a process. So right after Christmas, I took down all my Christmas decor as I shared in my previous video, and I immediately went into a major painting project in my home. I do not recommend, will never do that again. I will give myself a little bit of a break. But anyway, neither here nor there. I have survived, and today I'm ready to start to put this living room back together. So if you'd like to see the whole process and what it is that I'm going to be doing to decorate my home for winter 2026, keep on watching. So basically, in a matter of days, my home went from this to this. This was the scene while they were working in other parts of the home. This was what the living room was looking like. So I was very excited for this project to be done so that I can start putting things back in place. And of course, before I could do that, I had to do some major cleaning and dusting all around because, as you can imagine, everything was pretty much a mess. But once all that was all done and everything, things could start to go back into their place. I was just appalled and embarrassed by all the things that were found behind my furniture when it was moved out. I guess I need to move it out and clean more often behind it because I was very surprised to see all of the goodies that I had lost that were found during this process. But anyway, neither here nor there. We're putting everything back now, and we can start afresh with the decorating process, which is the best part for me. I am very happy about that. Now, painting, as you can imagine, is quite a financial hit if you're not doing it yourself, which I unfortunately am not able to do. I am just not that neat of a person to be able to do that. I would not trust myself. So I did have to hire a painter to do this work, but I did get a great deal on it, but it's still, it costs money to get the things painted, but it was a great investment for my home. It was long overdue, had not been done since I moved here, so I was able to finally get rid of that blacked Builder Grade paint. I did go with, in this space, a Sherwin-Williams paint called Snowbound, and then my trim is in the extra white. I wanted to go with a white paint in this space because I decorate with a lot of black, and I love dark, bold feature walls. So in order for my home not to look too dark and too cold, I wanted to brighten it up with some white paint. So right now you see me vacuuming my rug, much needed. It also needed a quick shampoo. But I'm now placing my pillows and everything back on my sofa. And one thing that I know that I want to do is go very, very simply with this styling for winter. After all the things that I had out for the Christmas holiday season, and then all of the things that were moved around during the painting process, I just want simplicity. Now, where we will be decorating in this space today, there are some things that are going to be left blank because during this process, I just decided that some things I don't want to return back to the place. And until I decide what it is exactly that I want in here, I just rather leave it blank. So right now we're going in with my coffee table book that I kind of keep out here all the time. So we're going to put that in place there. And I'm just kind of shopping my home and looking for things that need to be brought out. Now, this is one of my plants, my ZZ plant that's kind of growing kind of wild here, but she loves it right there in that space. So I'm definitely going to be putting her and my peace lily right back where they're accustomed to being so that they can continue to thrive. The painter got paint on a couple of my plants during this process, which was my own fault because I should have taken them out of the room. But anyway, it was no problem. I was able to get the paint off pretty easily or whatever. So you see me here switching things out, which is what I do when I decorate. It takes me a while to kind of decide what I want to do. But I'm bringing in these candles, the Christmas tree candles that I got from Pottery Barn at the end of the Christmas season or after the Christmas season. I shared them when I got them. And I love bringing out my decor that I can use from Christmas as well as winter so that you can really get your money's worth out of your investments. So I'm really happy to be able to keep those out here. They are Christmas trees. I understand that, but there's nothing wrong with them staying out through the winter season. So that's exactly what I'm going to do here. Now here on my console, I'm just placing a book here. This is a Frank Lloyd Wright book that I thrifted last year. And then I have these hands that are on that marble base. And then in my shelves here, I'm just looking at things that I'm just kind of moving around. So I'm going to try this coffee table book here. You're going to see later that that book is going to leave out of there. I just play around with things that I already have and just move things around from one room to the next. This is my accent chair here, and I have this little bolster pillow here and that, and I had to clean that off as well. It was like just dust all over the place. And then I have my chocolate throw that I use through the Christmas season. Now this area right over the sofa here, I did not bring back the artwork that I had up here. I have moved that to another place in the home. So now I will need more art for this place. And if you've been watching my channel, you know I've mentioned before that I had been in the market for art here. I just had not found anything. Well, now I literally have nothing here. So I need to find out what it is that I'm going to do here. And I'm looking at a lot of different options here for this space. So we'll see what I land upon. But there's so many different things that I can do here. So I'm excited about the possibilities. Now, you know, I've already been looking at some options and I'm just trying to decide what it is that I want to do. But the first thing that I'm considering doing is adding some panels to the wall, just some wood panels. I found out that they're relatively inexpensive, but it would add so much character to the walls, I think. So that's one thing that I'm considering doing. I think it'll look really, really nice. I was checking, I think Wayfair has some. And was someplace else I was looking and they had some at a reasonable price. So that may be one route that I take. And if I go that route, then I'll be going with 3 art pieces in that. Now, this is not the art that I would have chosen, but I just asked my favorite ChatGPT to just kind of show me something just so that I could visualize it. So if I went with those 3 panels, then I could go with 3, you know, abstract pieces of art in there in my color scheme, or I could just go with 1 oversized large piece of art. So those are the 3 options that I'm kind of looking at right now. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But for now, it is just an empty wall. So another place that I need to, or that I want to purchase something to go in is on the side of my sofa. So previously I had a side table there that was made of travertine and it had the bronze legs on it. But once I redid the bedroom and I moved the table in there, it was quite by accident. The table was just moved in there along with a lot of other things. And then I looked and I said, hey, this table will look good in the bedroom. So why not keep it in here? The legs on it, which I said are bronze, match perfectly with the new feature wall that I have in my bedroom. So I think I'm going to leave that there, but that's going to create another void here in this space. So I am in the market for a table and I've been looking at different options for that as well. My cocktail tables are square. They're low profile, and I think I want to go with something that is round for that side table, but we'll see what I find. But I've been looking at different options to see what it is that I want to go in that space. But in the meantime, this is how I'm kind of leaving this space for now. It's kind of like a blank canvas. I mean, I could add in any type of pop of color in here that I want to go with. And so I really want to be thoughtful and really think through the art piece that I put in here, because I may end up doing something extremely different for me just to kind of add a pop and something that's very, very interesting. But we'll see what I find that really speaks to me. In the meantime, the minimalist in me is enjoying this room just as it is, you know. Like I said, I just was over the clutter and everything that I had going on in here. And it's just nice to kind of be able to sit in here and just enjoy my fresh new white walls. And the baseboards are nice and bright and white. Love that. Long overdue, and I've got everything just kind of simply decorated in here. So it's a really nice, calming space for me to just kind of come and sit at the end of the day and just enjoy the scenery. But I can't get too comfortable because I still have a lot of work to do in terms of putting my house back together. So there'll definitely be more videos like this to kind of show what I did to refresh various places of my home for winter 2026. But this is another one that I can check off the list. So 2 down and many more to go. Another thing that I might do, not sure yet, but I may consider replacing the curtains here and bring in some color that way. I'm not really sure, but that is definitely a possibility. A rug is another nice way to bring in color, but I am totally satisfied with my rug, so this is not going to be replaced right now. But the curtains, that's up for debate. Somehow I have a yearning for a little bit of color, but you know it's not going to be much because I'm a neutral girl at heart. Well, that is all that I have for today's video. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. I hope that you have found it inspiring. Leave me a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on what I shared as far as the possibilities for what I'm going to do with this wall, as well as for the table over there. If you have some ideas that I haven't considered or whatever, I'd love to hear your thoughts on that as well. And if you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the post notification bell. That way we can stay connected and you'll be updated on what it is that I end up doing in this space. To all my returning family members, I would like to thank you again for your continuous support. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope to see you all over here on my next one. Bye-bye.